if you can let go a little, you'll find a little peace. If you let go a lot, you'll find a lot of peace. If you let go absolutely, you'll find absolute peace and tranquility. The beginning of letting go, and letting go is a tricky word because we cannot will letting go. It's not like we can take something and go, okay, I'm letting go of it. The beginning of letting go is really letting be. Is letting be wakefully, letting be what's right here. In the moments that we recognize and allow what's here, that we notice it, in those moments what lets go is our sense of identification. And that's the only letting go that has to happen. Letting go of this sense of this is me. And that can only happen when we let be what's here in the moment. In the moment of letting be, we begin to sense with craving how much when we're caught in it, our lives suffer. We begin to sense that in the moments that we're chasing after something, that we have to have something a certain way, in those moments we are farther from home than we could ever imagine. Ajahn Chah goes on. He says, even though we can't yet let go, we are aware of these states continuously. Being continuously aware of ourselves and our attachments, we will come to see that such grasping is not the path. We know, but we still can't let go. But that knowing is 50%. He says, though we can't let go, we do understand that letting go of these things will bring peace. So to me, that's a really powerful statement. That it doesn't matter if you can let go in the moment. In fact, a self can't will itself to let go. But if the wisdom in you knows that letting go ultimately is the freedom, just knowing that, just intending to let be and let go, opens the door. Just intending. A friend of mine recently just kind of gone over the hump of a crisis and is now on the track of divorce. She's going to get a divorce. She had desperately wanted to save the marriage. Everything in her. She considered this man her soulmate. But he didn't agree. He didn't see it the same way. And over these last very terrifically painful months, she hasn't been able to let go. But what she has been able to do is just what I'm talking about, is she hasn't blamed herself, and she's let herself be with the pain of holding on. Be with the pain of holding on. And so everything in her knows that there's no freedom until she lets go. And just that knowing, just that recognition, and her prayer to let go, she's beginning to find space. And I just am, as I'm keeping her company, it's so powerful to see that we cannot make ourselves let go of our urge for way more food than our body needs, our clinging on to a certain person, or our need to achieve more, our busyness, our speediness, anything that you found as your false refuge, you can't will yourself to let go. But you can be willing to deepen your attention. And if you deepen your attention, you'll find that the grasping and clinging is taking you away from what you love. So tonight, what I'm hoping you're getting from this is that wanting is part of existing. It is built into every part of our being. To condemn desires, to condemn life. And wanting can possess us. If our sense of waveness and our sense of unmet needs makes it so that we fixate on false refuges, the very things that we most cherish, what the deepest self most cherish, become out of reach. Any moment you're pursuing, gotta have things this way, have to control this, have to get that, is a moment that you're bicycling away from the very presence that has absolutely the source of love and freedom. So it's intrinsic part of the path to become aware of our false refuges, to notice them, to forgive them, and to pay attention to what it's like when we're caught in wanting mind. That's what allows for grace. That's where the letting go comes from. This is Rumi. He writes, "This is how a human being can change. There's a little worm addicted to eating grape leaves. Suddenly he wakes up, call it grace, whatever, something wakes him. And he's no longer a little worm. He's the entire vineyard and the orchard too. The fruit, the trunks, a growing wisdom and joy that doesn't need to devour." So that's the blessing of non-clinging, that we come home to our true belonging in the moments that we're not chasing after. And I want to encourage you to notice any moment during your day when in some way you're not wanting it different. There are moments of non-clinging, otherwise we wouldn't survive. Our system would be so overwhelmed with stress. There are oases, we just aren't conscious of them. So just scan now and then and pause. If you notice, oh, so this is a moment that there's a feeling of enough right now. I'm not waiting for something different. I'm not needing something more. Get to know those moments. Get familiar with non-clinging, because the more you inhabit those moments, the more you'll discover what you thought you were looking for. The more you'll find that what you were looking for really is the one who's looking, this awareness that's right here. So let's close with a brief meditation that again will allow you to explore letting go of clinging, how that's possible. And just enjoy pausing for a moment. Sense the invitation to be right here. And as a way of taking what this dharma of non-clinging is into your life more, you might just choose one area where you get caught in strong wanting, where you'd like to be a little more awake, less identified, more free. You might see the situation where it comes up and just name it in your mind. Okay, wanting. Or it might be attached or clinging or whatever word in some way expresses what's going on. And sense if you can really allow it to be there. Sometimes the words forgiven, or it's okay. This is part of our conditioning in this culture and as humans. You might sense that there's some unmet needs behind the wanting or attachment or clinging, to feel more secure or more at home in yourself, more safe, more loved. And if it's a wanting or a clinging that you really judge yourself for in a deep or harsh way, just imagine or sense a very understanding friend who's forgiving it for you. Just intend to forgive it. You might sense, what is it really that the deepest self is wanting behind the false refuge? What is it you're really wishing for? What do you want to experience? Is it love or belonging, safety, ease or peace? Let yourself just open to the presence that's right here, just feeling these moments. And sensing really, when you arrive in presence with this breath, with these sounds, feelings, when you arrive in awareness, is anything missing? Just right in this moment, in this nowness. What would happen if you just let go completely into this nowness? Again, the words of Ajahn Chah, if you let go a little, you'll find a little peace. If you let go a lot, you'll find a lot of peace. If you let go absolutely, you'll find absolute peace and tranquility.